Have you ever thought about what it would be like to be the leader of the world? If so, what changes would you make to make it a better place to live in? Hi, my name is Aryan, and today I'll be talking about if I was the leader of the world and what changes I would make it to make it a better place to live in. First of all, let me make a comment. Wouldn't it be really cool to be the leader of the world? I think it would be. What are your guys' opinions about that? The first change I would make if I were the leader of the world is poverty. Now, poverty is a huge issue that is getting bigger each and every day. Not only do they not have good enough food, but they also don't have a basic accommodation to live in, and they also don't have water. If I was the leader of the world, I'll make sure that I will provide them with a basic accommodation to live in, and enough money to buy themselves food and water for themselves, their families, and possibly their friends. Another issue I would like to tackle is newcomers and foreigners. I'll make sure that they start off with a job that requires minimal or no skills, so they can pay off their bills. I will also provide them with scholarships if they do decide to go to school and study to get further education. I will also provide them with a free of cost financial assistance, medical assistance, and also educational assistance. Number 3, I would like to talk about transportation. If you take the bus daily, I'll be reducing the fares by 50%. But keep in mind, that's only if I was the leader of the world. I will also provide a free of in case the bus, C-Bus, or SkyTrain does come late for whatever reason, I'll make sure that the transit authority gives you a free of cost ride to compensate for the inconvenience caused due to the delay. Number 4, taxes in general. Now, I will be devising a plan where I think that everybody will think it's fair on how they pay their taxes. The richer people will be heavily taxed, but 10% of the deduction will be donated to the local charity. Middle-class people, like all of us, will not be as heavily taxed as the richer people, but 3% of the deduction will be donated to the local charity. And the lower-class people will pay no tax, so the burden can be lifted off their shoulders. Next up, let's talk about schooling. Schooling is a major issue, but that's only in some cases for some students and possibly not all the parents and teachers and adults in the society. Now, I'll be taking the spring break and winter break out. So that basically means you only have the weekends, which consists of two days, Saturday and Sunday, and summer break. I will also, to replace the spring break and winter break, every Friday will be a day off. So that basically means you have a 3-day weekend, plus you have the summer break. And number 6, I would like to talk about our environment. Now, this is a really huge issue that is getting to our lives every day. And this topic and this point consists of 2 major things: global warming and littering. Now, the citizens of the society are throwing garbage in the most convenient places. And you know what? That happens to be the ground. They do not bother to throw the garbage in the nearest garbage bin or recycling bins. If I was the leader of the world, I'll make sure that every interior street and sub-street have a sufficient amount of garbage bins and recycling bins so the trash can be thrown in the appropriate bins. If I was the leader of the world, I would also be exercising heavy fines so the people will not bother to throw the garbage on the ground. And like I said, global warming, that's also a major issue. Such as the ships which go, like cargo ships which go in the water. Most of the time it's like oil spills which kill turtles, other sea life, right? So, and people also litter in the water, like plastic bags, which turtles think are jellyfish, and they swallow and they choke to death. So, and also the water, like sometimes it's contaminated with other dangerous chemicals or anything like oil spills, chemicals, so that's also a major issue. And also, greenhouse gas emissions are the second leading source of global warming. To reduce this, I will enforce laws to exercise heavy fines for people who disobey this law, and the law is that they would have to walk or do any physical activity to work or wherever they have to go, like school, houses, once or twice a day, or twice a week. The other issue I would like to talk about is water crisis. Water crisis is a major issue in many countries, but many of them are Djibouti, Yemen, South Africa, the Saharas, and Jordan. And in these 5 countries which I've just named, it's really hard to find water and food. So I decided that if I was a leader of the world, whatever money that gets donated to the local charities, part of that will be donated to these countries in need to buy, so they can buy fresh, clean, bottled drinking waters and food for their countries. Well, these are a few of the issues that still need to be resolved in the world. What would you guys do if you guys were the leaders of the world? Thank you.